What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fluff Hammer. Today we're going to be painting Abaddon the despoiler. We're going to be doing fur texture. So the first thing today, there's three basically main techniques for fur. One is very simple, one is kind of intermediate level, and one is very difficult. The first level would basically just be doing a base coat, a couple of dry brushes. Today we're going to be doing a base coat, a couple of dry brushes, and then we're going to go into washes. We're going to blend washes while they're wet, and we're also going to go into a little bit of edge highlighting at the end. So that's the kind of intermediate stage. The super high level would be to literally pick out every single little bit of fur. So we're going to go somewhere kind of in the middle for today. Abaddon the Despoiler is an absolutely amazing kit from GW. Super pumped to do it. I'll be doing loads of tutorials while I paint him. I'm going to be doing gold armor as well, and also going to be doing probably the sword, and yeah, that'll probably be what we're kind of aiming for that. And then afterwards he'll be in one of the Patreon giveaways. I've now started the Patreon. It is patreon.com/fluffhammer, and basically once we get to about 20 patrons, I will be doing a giveaway. Probably the first one we're going to give away would be something like the shard speaker that I painted for the channel. We'll be giving that away, and then yeah, as we kind of grow, we'll aim to just do more and more giveaways. Basically going to use the money to buy new box sets that are coming out, or if I can get hold of stuff like Cursed City, give away them, give away painted models. So yeah, hopefully if we get enough Patreons, that would be really cool to do. But anyway, yeah, so into the tutorial, let's go. Okay, let's get into this. So we are going to start with Element Games Regiment Brush and Steel Legion Drab from Citadel. And this is just going to be an all-over base coat of the entire area. Just smooth, consistent, clean over the whole lot. It's watered down, probably 50-50, just with water, no medium or anything. And I'm going to do 2 solid coats of this all over the entire fur area. And the key here is basically just to make it as smooth as humanly possible. So as you can see, I'm just filling it all in now, and then we'll let it thoroughly dry, and we'll move on to the next stage, which is going to be Arts Opus Series D dry brush, Steel Legion Drab, Ushabti Bone, and that is Vallejo Off-White. As you can see in the top of the screen there, I am just blending some Steel Legion Drab and Ushabti Bone together to make a nice dry brush stage. I like not going to like one colour, the next colour, the next colour. It's nice if you can just dip kind of between them. As you can see, you're just adding a little bit more Ushabti Bone time and time again. Not washing my brush out, obviously. If you wash a dry brush, you need to leave it for hours before you can paint with it again, because you won't get the bristles, perfectly dry. So I'm just going to keep dipping forward and backwards. Well, generally not backwards, just mainly forwards, into the Ushabti Bone, and then once I've done that and it's basically through to pure Ushabti Bone, I'll then go into the Off-White from Vallejo. And what I'm aiming to do is the first stage or 2 stages will be all over, and then as I progressively add more of the lighter colours, I will target that towards the lower half of the fur. So I want an effect where it is darker at the top, and as you can see now, it really makes a difference as you're starting to blend it, so the bottom of the fur is much lighter. The cloak was airbrushed, and it's not going to be this colour anyway, so doing the fur in this order, it doesn't matter if I get any kind of overbrush from the dry brush onto the cloak, so I'm not being too careful to avoid that. So that's one option. Or the other option, if you're doing something like this, you can mask it off or use something like blue tack. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm just cracking on that and just keep adding a little bit more, getting a really good effect now as it building up layer after layer. as you can see. Now pretty much working with pure off-white, and as you can see here I'm just picking right from the bottom, just getting those gradients. The next stage is going to be starting to add some shades, so I'm going to go in with 50-50 of Skeleton Horde and contrast medium, or Lamian medium. They're the same thing, I'm pretty sure. So this is going to be an all over wash, just to shade it. The Steel Legion makes a nice base coat, but obviously you want to add some detail, and the Skeleton Horde is really nice. It's soft, it's warm. You know, the fur I'm looking for here is warm tone, so we're just add a nice shade there. And then we're gonna add just pure Skeleton Horde now. So, and we're gonna, the opposite to how we did the dry brush, where we're working on the bottom half, we're working on the middle to top half now with the pure Skeleton Horde. So where our shades blend from dark at the top to light at the bottom, the dry brush did the same. So we done the whole thing with the diluted Skeleton Horde, probably the top 2/3 with Skeleton Horde straight, and then I'm just adding 2 drops of Skeleton Horde into Nuln Oil and working right up at the top there, pretty much the top third, if not less, really, just around the top, to give it that kind of blend effect from dark to light. As you can see, it's come out really nicely, and that's pretty much it. Now wait for the fur to dry, and that's it for that stage. And then we're going to go into a Series S size 1 brush, and the same colours again that we used for the dry brush, so Ushabti Bone and Off-White from Vallejo, and we're just going to edge highlight the fur basically. So pick the rows out, use the side of the brush, get good angles on your fur. Angles play a massive part with painting as well, so obviously where you've got sharp edges, you know, use the brush on the side, make the most of that, and then just pull the brush down towards the tips of the fur where you want it to be the brightest. So there we go, just done a little coat of Vallejo matte varnish at the end, and here is the finished product. As you can see, you've got really great gradients on the fur from light to dark. There's a nice darker patch at the top. It blends through. The wash has really helped define the different layers, and then the edge highlighting right at the bottom ones you can see are much brighter. So yeah, this is my kind of mid-tier go-to fur. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the process, and I hope you've learned something. So please, if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it. Much appreciated. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.